Hello, good morning everyone. Very warm welcome to babycode free IELTS sessions. I'm Tanu Vermani, an IDP certified trainer and a TEFL and TESOL certified trainer. So we are coming up with a 15 days IELTS course so that you can complete your IELTS classes in 15 days and the entire course in 15 days. So if you're planning to give exam in the next 15 days, then these classes are going to be an advantageous for you. Today is our session number 2 of 15 days IELTS course. If you want to rewatch session number 1, please go back to 15 days IELTS classes and then you can watch that session. Today's session is about matching features and multiple choice questions. In the last session, we have covered true, false, not given, matching heading, and matching information questions. Matching features are also the trickiest one, and multiple choice questions also. If you are not aware of what paraphrasing is and if you cannot spot your keywords, then it's going to be difficult for you. So let's start with matching features questions. What are matching features? In this type of questions, you will be having list of items in the box and you need to match those items by reading and understanding some sentences in the passage. Now, the list may be the name of people or cities. For example, if there is a name of person in the box of item, then the question may be to match the sentence with the person who said them. Like other type of matching questions, some of the items mentioned may not be available in the passage. In other words, matching feature questions, you will be asked to match someone's name, normally an expert, researcher, or scientist, to a statement. In these questions, you will be given list of names, a list of statements, and your job is to read the text and then match the names with the correct statement. Reading text will help you what the person has done or said. Normally, it can be research findings, and this will guide you to the correct answer, right? So let's look at some of the strategies for matching feature questions. There are different strategies. You can choose the one you are comfortable with because every person has their own skill criteria, so you can adapt the strategy what suits you. Very first is read the question carefully. Focus on the name first, read them, scan them for the names in the reading text, and underline them. Remember that some names will appear more than once, and you should underline them all. Focus on the names that appear only first because these are the easiest ones. Read around the name to see their findings or research come before or after their name. Read their research or findings and then go back to the statements in the question and match also. Be aware of the synonyms when you match. When you find a statement that matches the name, delete the statement. Each statement can be used only once. Repeat for the rest of the names also, right? So we're going to apply this strategy to our exercise, pronunciation and physiognomy, right? So this is a passage A and para B. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to write letter in the boxes 1 to 3 on your answer sheet. There are more observations than people. You will not use them all. You can use each observation only one. So there are 3 people, Koestler, Arthur Koestler, Fischerberg, and Emerson. Observations are 7. The name of persons are 3. So you have to use 3 observations only, right? So first go through the observations, read all the 7 observations, and then read the paragraph. So quickly skim it. Now, read the paragraph and see if you're able to find any answer or not. First, look at the names. The writer Arthur Hugh, right? He's here. Then read after this. Then Fischerberg's name is here. Read before and after this name. And Emerson is also here. So while reading the first statement, The tear on to remark that friend of his, whom he met 30 years after they emigrated to the US, had acquired an American physiognomy that is a broadened jaw and appearance which is also prevalent in the indigenous population. So they are talking about that whom he met 30 years had acquired an American. That means the appearance of his friends had changed since they moved to the US. So first answer is the questioner is talking about the appearance, the sixth one. Let's look for Fisherberg, what Fisherberg is saying. Now, he was an anthropologist friend of his attributed to the increased use of jaw musculature in American initiation. This change of contents in Americans had already been observed by historian M. Fisherberg. Right. So now he is talking about that immigrants acquire physiognomical features among the indigenous population. That means second one. So Fisherberg is talking about second. Let's look for the Emerson one. Emerson, to paraphrase the philosopher Emerson, create national, social, religious, such as aging factor, long-term convection, celibate praise to give few example, developing distinguished look, which is not easily defined but readily recognized. Their way of life affects facial expressions and physical features, giving the mistaken impression. So now see, if you look at the third question, their way of life affects facial expression, giving mistaken this and this. Third one is incorrect because Emerson says कि वो mistaken impression था. So you cannot say third one is the correct answer. Third one is mistaken part. So he's focusing on lifestyle that affects physiognomy. For any doubts, you can see the explanation part. Let's look at the second type of questions, multiple choice questions. So what are multiple choice questions? These questions, they typically require you to read a passage, find out the specific information, and then choose the correct answer from set of options which are provided to you. Now, this type of question, they aim to assess your comprehension skills because it evaluates whether you can scan the passage, understand the main idea, you can locate the information required to answer the question, you can choose the best option that either answers the question directly or is the closest to the correct answer. What are the types of multiple choice questions in reading? While taking the IELTS academic or general training, you will come across these questions in two different formats. One is single answer multiple choice and second is multiple answer multiple choice. So in single answer, you have to choose one answer, but in multiple choice, you have to choose multiple answers. It can be two or three also, right? So there are two types of multiple choice questions. Now let's look at the strategies that how you can answer multiple choice questions. First is read the question carefully. Always begin by examining the questions thoroughly. In case you cannot understand some of the words, try look for them in the text so that you can figure out them in a context. It is important to comprehend the meaning, even if it is a wrong option, right? To make an informed choice. Skim through the text. You should use reading techniques to gain a rough understanding of the main idea of the text. Identify keywords. When reading the questions, underline keywords. This will help you to locate specific information that will provide the answer. Remember that synonyms of the same word might be used in the options to confuse you. Guess the correct answer. Use your understanding of the main idea of the text and the keywords to predict the correct answer. Even though it might be correct at times, this will aid you in narrowing down your options. Reread the specific paragraph or section. Sometimes paragraph number is mentioned in the question. You can directly read the specific paragraph to finalize the answer. However, in cases where the location is not given, you have to identify paragraph or section. Read it again to match keywords or the synonym. In this way, you will be able to cancel out the other wrong answer using the elimination method. Choosing between similar options. In some cases, you might end up confused between two similar options. This mostly happens in reading, academic reading, because the passages are comparatively more difficult than general ones. You have to compare the keywords, synonym, identify distractors in two options, find out which is the closest to correct answer. Go ahead. Time management is very important, so solve all 40 questions in 60 minutes. Therefore, if you get stuck with two similar options or are confused with the answer, leave the question, solve the next one. If times allow you, you can come back to it. Okay? Now let's do one exercise. Here is an exercise in front of you. Left side is the passage and right side is the question. So I'm giving you some time to do it. Now see, the first answer is all of the above because he's talking about the workplaces like essential for successful health and safety system. So it's for well-being of protection also, for health reason also, and for the workplace safety as well. How many stages? Five different stages going through the process. What is the first step of hazard management plan? The first step is to identify potential hazards. Remembering that hazards are classed as anything that could potentially cause harm, not only to people but also to the organization. Right? Now try doing the exercise number 3, the second exercise. So for answers, you can check the explanation part and the answers as well. For any doubts, any queries, you can leave the comments in the comment section. But please practice for multiple choice and matching features. Now, solving these reading multiple choice question practice questions, you will be enriching your scanning and key identification skills. If you want to score in your IELTS exam, evaluate yourself, analyze your mistakes so that you can practice our test, right? Keep practicing, keep learning. Do not miss out this golden opportunity. Do attend our live sessions at 4 to 5 p.m. Stay tuned for more tips and strategies so that you can boost your overall score, right? So level up your IELTS game. Follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Download the application, right? And start practicing. Thank you so much for joining our live session. Bye bye. Take care, all of you.